Good morning, everyone. Today we will be discussing a new topic. It is the fifth chapter from Sutrasthana of Ashtanga Hridayam book. This chapter is named as Dravya Vigyani Adhyay, and through this chapter we will be gaining the knowledge about liquid substances which are present in our surroundings and that can be used as medicines to maintain health and cure diseases. As this chapter has huge number of substances in it, therefore to make it easy to understand, I have divided each category of liquid into 5 parts, and today we will be focusing upon category of water part 1. In this part 1, we will be covering introduction of water, sources of water according to Ayurveda, water purity test, modern method and Ayurvedic method, and one research update on water disinfectant. So let us have brief remind about the water. It is an inorganic compound and the main constituent of Earth's hydrosphere and fluids of all living organisms. It is transparent, tasteless and odorless compound. We understand water through many synonyms like water, jal, neer, pani, udak, ambu, bari and toy. According to Ayurveda, there are two sources of water. One is Divya Jal, that is sky water, and another is Bhaum Jal, that is groundwater. We receive water from sky through Dhar, Kar, Hem and Tushar, that is rain, hail, snow and atmospheric moisture or dews. And we collect water from ground, that is Bhaum Jal, from Koop, Tadak, Nade and Samudra, that is wells, underground water, tube well, ponds, oases, reservoirs, river, waterfalls, tributaries, canals, ocean and seas. Here we need to understand that water get affected with the quality of atmosphere as well as with the quality of the place where it is present. Therefore, it is very essential to check its purity before we use it for the purpose of drinking. So there are two methods available with us for checking the purity of water. One is the modern method and another is Ayurvedic method. According to modern method, a water is said to be pure if it has a boiling point of 100 degrees centigrade and freezing point of 0 degrees centigrade. Another way is to test through TDS meters, that is to check the total dissolved solids in it. According to Bureau of Indian Standards, if the TDS of a water is less than 500 mg per liter, then it can be considered as pure water and that water can be used for drinking purpose. Whereas according to World Health Organization, a water having TDS less than 300 mg per liter is recommended for drinking purposes. Next, we can assess the water purity through pH values. A pure water is neutral in nature and it has a pH of 7. Another parameter is by checking the hardness, that is ppm, 1 part per million of CaCO3 in a water. If it is 0 to 75, then the water is considered as soft. If it is 75 to 150, then water is moderate. And if it is 150 to 300, water is said to be hard. Whereas if the ppm of CaCO3 is more than 300, then water is considered as very hard. The next parameter is checking the oxygen level in water. The lesser the oxygen, the higher is the water pollution. So therefore it is very important to check the O2 level in water. If it is less than 4 mg per liter, then water is considered as bad water. If the oxygen level is 4 to 10 mg per liter, then water is good, and if the oxygen level is more than 20 mg per liter, then water is considered as excellent. So these are all are the method of the modern science. On the other hand, if we see the Ayurvedic method, then we find that in Ashtanga Hridayam book, there is an emphasis given on checking purity of water before we take it for drinking purpose. During ancient time, our acharyas used to conduct silver vessel test, and the description is mentioned as Yenabhi Vrishtam Shalye Annam Rajate Sthitam Aklinnam Vivarnam Cha Tatpeyam Gangam. In this silver vessel test, the rice is cooked with a sample water taken from a container, and this cooked rice is kept in a silver vessel, and observation is made. If this rice shows no change in its color or texture, then the water in which it is cooked is considered as gangambu, that is pure water. Whereas on the other hand, if it shows some changes in its color or it oozes excess moisture, then the water is considered as impure water. In year 2011-12, a scholar conducted a research to see the potential of silver as a water disinfectant. This study was designed to observe the effect of water storage in silver container on enteric pathogens. And in this study, the scholar made 3 sets of sterile silver, stainless steel and glass metal screwed capped containers, and that was filled with non-chlorinated sterilized well water. When each of the 3 sets was inoculated with enteric pathogens, Shigella dysentery, Vibrio cholerae ovum and Salmonella typhi cultures were drawn from the laboratory stock and incubated at 37 degrees centigrade for varying periods. And the preliminary findings of this study indicated that silver is bactericidal within an hour to these life-threatening enteric pathogens. The conclusion of this research also gives us insight about the scientific knowledge of our acharyas during ancient time regarding the use of silver metal for conducting water purity tests through Ayurvedic method. Today we also came to know about the fact that silver container has potential as a water disinfectant to enteric pathogens, and therefore storing water in silver container can be recommended to general public. So this was all about part 1 of the water category. In our next part 2, we will be discussing about drinking and non-drinking water. For any queries, you can connect to these email IDs. Thank you.